Right, so as you can see by the title, it's going to be a deep one, this one. I'm going to explain a lot of different things that's happened to me in the past year, and that's affected me massively, affected the channel, affected the content that I put out, just affected my entire life. So I'm going to go through all that today. I've got no kind of plan or anything of how this video is going to work, and obviously it's not going to be the up-tempo reviews that you're possibly used to on the channel, but I woke up this morning, I thought, like, I need to get this off my chest, I need to talk. So what's better not to talk to, well, myself or you guys. So it might help one of you guys, might not help one of you guys. But you guys know my history with mental illness, right? I had 10 years of like the deepest depression I probably will ever have. And possibly that changed my life. It actually got me into YouTube. So there was one positive of it. I got my dog, I went into YouTube, and we had this amazing experience, and still having an amazing experience on YouTube. And got the house. I got the house through YouTube and streaming and stuff like that. So my life completely changed by initially having the depression, anxiety, and then somehow finding YouTube, and then going from there. So in a way, it took away half my life, but also gave me life. So it was very weird when you look back and you look at things. So a brief history. I did a video, I think it was like... probably like 5 years ago now, my depression and anxiety. It was like a time to talk one. But I explained like why or how it feels to have it and where mine came from. I lost my father at 18, right? Cancer. But the thing is, with that one, and why this is so strange, is I lost him to cancer, right? But I never knew it was that bad. I was never told by his wife at the time, who kept it secret, and obviously him as well. So, we had 24 hours to say goodbye. Literally, me and my sister, 24 hours, say our goodbyes. And it was just so quick that I couldn't come to terms with it. I had a lot of questions. I started questioning what is the point of everything if you're just going to lose everyone you love, which it's come to that bit where I pretty much have now. But yeah, it was a very difficult time because when you're 18, you're still young, you know. You still go at life with like, yeah, it happened, let's just keep moving on. But I was very, very angry. I dropped out of school effectively, like my further education. I was in sixth form. I dropped out of that. I just couldn't cope. I just couldn't cope with the pressures, the extra stress. And then I went into work after a while. I started working at a factory. I absolutely hated it. 12-hour shifts, days, nights, and my anxiety started creeping in. Right, but the thing is, you don't know in yourself when it's too much. Like, you're just going by and you're like, it's a bit bad right now. But you never know until it's too bad. And that night where it became too bad, I was de-icing the car. Yes, at night. It's cold in England, right? But I was de-icing the car at night. And I went back in the house because it wasn't de-icing properly. So I went for some like hot water. And the second I opened the door, I just broke down. I don't know what caused it. I literally broke down. I think I cried for about 2 hours straight. That's not me. I didn't know what happened. That was my breakdown. I had a breakdown right there. And yeah, it just all came through. Like everything, all the emotions, all the anger, everything. Bereavement, anger, literally everything you can think of. It came to me in that one moment. So I was literally bottling it up inside until that one moment. So if I've got any advice for you guys going through bereavement or even issues like that, don't bottle up. Please talk, because if you don't talk, that's what happens. You can only bottle it up so much. And then when you do have that breakdown, it all comes out at once. And it's very hard to deal with each and every single one of those feelings and emotions all in one go. It's like being, how do I explain this? It's like having a nuclear bomb go off right in your chest. And you've got to deal with all those thoughts, the feelings, it's horrific. So that was the start of it. I went into depression. Well, I was already depressed, but you don't know until it hits you, you know. So I withdrew from everything, absolutely everything. And there was one moment during the next 3 years where I actually didn't get out of my bed, not bedroom, bed, for 2 days, maybe 3 days. And that is when the hospital were called to actually come out and to intervene. But that's how bad it got, man. I was at the bottom of the barrel. I'd already given up. I'd rather live my life in my dreams than live life in reality, so to speak. So that was a very difficult time for me, right? And I was always angry at the fact I had 24 hours. I always thought, you know what? If I had more time to say goodbye to my father, this wouldn't be the case. I'd be able to deal better emotionally, be better prepared for when it did happen to kind of strengthen myself. And then the weird twist of fate, right? In my 20s, I lost my stepfather. He got diagnosed with cancer as well, and he had 6 months to live. And I was like, hopefully I can deal with this one better and like mainly maybe like prepare myself emotionally, physically for if something does happen. But the thing was, it still hurt the exact same when he passed away. The pain was still there. So it's almost like I got an answer. I got how life worked was very strange. It's like, I wish I had more time. And then I got given more time and I got shown that it's still as painful as ever. No matter if it's a day, no matter if it's 24 years, it's still as painful. And that, yeah, it was bad, man. But after that, maybe a few years later, maybe like 27, I discovered like YouTube. I discovered YouTube and I fell into it as well. I was playing pro clubs online to distract myself and stuff like that. And I thought, you know what? I watched some pro clubs kind of montages. I also seen Call of Duty montages. Zerka HD, he dropped a frisky one. And I was like, oh, dude, I want to do that. It looks fun. So I started like uploading montages. Very small steps, by the way. And then I got into FIFA. And I started doing reviews and different videos on FIFA. And that is where it kind of took off. It took off after a while, got a little shout out, 1,000 subs, and it kind of rolled. It just rolled and just went and went and went. And yeah, I just went with it. I was just checking if I was recording there, man. Imagine I've been talking for this long and I'm not recording. That would be like the epitome of me, you know, because that tends to happen. I record things I want to say and then it just like deletes itself. But where was I? Yeah, it's just like YouTube was sort of like a snowball. It took a snowball effect and just got bigger and bigger and bigger. And my confidence online, like in this Marshall 89 HD space, whatever you want to say, was getting higher and higher and higher. But the thing is, in real life, it wasn't. I still couldn't function as a normal person. You look at people and think, oh, dude, they're fine. But obviously, when you go through therapy and that, you start to realize you're not alone. Everyone's dealing with some difference. And that's why I'm respectful to each and every single person I meet. I'm never like a dick or anything like that. Because I'm always, hey, you know what? They could have had a bad day. They could have lost someone yesterday. And I'm having to go at them today for like, I don't know, say like a delivery driver comes, delivers your stuff. And like, dude, yeah, you're 10 minutes late. Don't do that, man. Just, if they're delivering your stuff or anything like that, anyone you come across, just be nice, be courteous, start a conversation and be nice. Because you never know what people are going through. And you never know their internal struggles. And that is why it changed my outlook on everybody. Because I knew I was struggling. And then from then, I knew everyone else was struggling as well. Like, everyone's got their own battles. So from there, I was kind of, it's like a wasp or a fly in here. It kind of changed my outlook on a lot of different things. So, where was I? Dude, because I got no like script or plan or anything for this video, I could be all over the place. So I do apologize for that. I was on the bit where, and this is my past as well. I was on the bit where I was getting confidence on YouTube, but not in real life. And the break where I had to get the confidence in real life was saying Soccer AM, right? They, at the time, and that was before my stepfather passed away as well, they invited me to interview people, fans, at Newcastle versus Sunderland. And this is one of the biggest derbies was going to be for years. It was the season that we actually got relegated as well. I believe so anyways. And I was like, I can't do it, but I need to do this. Me and my dad watched Soccer AM every single Saturday, and it was one of his favourite shows. And I just got a chance to work for them at Newcastle versus Sunderland. Was I going to say no? Hell no. I had to say yes, but my anxiety was still there. You know what I'm saying? I was so scared, and basically panic attacks all the way there, panic attacks all the way back. But the thing is, I did it, and that started getting my confidence up. I did it. I did something, and I'm proud of myself. I was proud of myself, man, and that started giving us confidence in real life. Then after a while, things started getting better and better and better, and my depression started lifting. The thing is with depression, anxiety, it lifts. It never goes away. And that's the unfortunate thing to say to people. It's like, how do I just get rid of it? it never really disappears, mate, to be honest. What happens is you learn coping strategies. And that's why I would always recommend talking to people. Either talk to your friends. If they're not available, talk to your family. If they're not available, talk to a random stranger in the street. There will always be someone out there willing to listen. But I would always recommend going to your local GP, getting appointments, and talking it with a professional. Because even though, like, I went through the medication. I'm still on medication, by the way, for my depression and that. But the thing is, you go through so many different tablets and like balances of medication that it takes a long time to find the right ones for you. And there's a lot that disagreed with me. I was ill with them, you know what I'm saying? But over time you'll get the right balance. It's like an experiment. I thought they were I can't even say experimenting on me. That's basically what I thought at the time. And the people I was talking to, it just like it made me more knowledgeable of what was happening, but it didn't help. Does that understand? I was talking like CBT therapists, stuff like that, but nothing really like hit home. I don't know if that makes sense. And then once that was done, they actually got rid of me, by the way, because they were wanting me to get out and about and walk around places with them, and I refused. I was like, my anxiety is too high for that. It would set me back if I'm walking around with a random person around the town, just doing simple things. It makes you feel less of a person, less of a human. For that, and I didn't want to do that, and then they cut me from the service. So you can make of that what you want, but hey, that was their prerogative. But the thing is, I went to the local GP and I started seeing I don't want to say a very old woman, but it was an old woman from the local town, and dude, she's amazing. She was amazing. That one person hit home with me so much. She made me recognize my achievements, what had changed, how my brain basically protected me, and yeah, it was just really, really helpful. And I think from there, everything started to lift. My depression, my anxiety, I could start doing things, you know what I'm saying? I could start living, but it never goes away fully. Never goes away fully. It's always there, but those coping strategies that you learn throughout the years of doing this, that, the other, it keeps you on. Like, if you have a bad day, you can have coping strategies to cope with the day. There's always tomorrow. There's always that hope that you need to keep. I always say this to everyone, right? Hope. Always keep the hope. If you're in the lowest place ever, hope will get you through it. It always will. Because if you hope for a better day, that better day will come. Now, the people that got me through the depression was obviously my family, my sisters, the therapist, of course, my mother, which we'll come on to in a second. And my dog, honestly, my dog, insane. And of course, apart from that, you guys. I was having a YouTube channel here, and you guys, you enjoyed the reviews, you know what I'm saying? You enjoyed the content. And the feedback I got from that was helping me, with the word that means, like, it was just helping me feel like a better person, you know what I'm saying? It was like I was making a difference. And then that was that. Now, last year, and why this is kind of titled The Worst Year of My Life, right? Last year, around, I want to say April to June. This is July, right? So around those kind of areas, I started getting intense headaches, like massive headaches, man. And it would affect my ability to do pretty much anything. They were basically migraines. It would affect my ability to concentrate on content, FIFA, life at times. And then I had a 2-week-long migraine, and that put me back so much. I stopped uploading, I stopped doing a lot. I actually went to the hospital that occasion. I got a lumbar puncture where they take a fluid out your spine to release pressure on your heads. And that stopped the migraines, but they still don't know what the cause of that was. But they called it a benign intracranial hypertension. Some great words there, by the way. But it did get sorted. And then during those few months to the next couple of months, I noticed, and my family noticed as well, my mother started losing a lot of weight, drastically as well. And she started looking ill, and we're always like, go to the doctors. You've got to go to the doctors. You've got to get this checked, that checked. But she never did till it was too late. And what I mean by too late is they found out she had cancer. but they didn't know where it started, because by then it was everywhere. Unfortunately, there was nothing they could actually do. And then I've never spoke about this for a long time. So there was nothing they could actually do. But the thing is, she had like back problems, right? So she's on like all these medications, like morphines. She would have never knew till it was too late, anyways, because they all take away the pain, right? So with the cancer, when it became like that painful, it's already too far gone because of the medication she was on. So they said she's probably not got too long. And she might not make Christmas, or she might make Christmas. That'll be her last Christmas, basically, right? But I didn't know what to do. I still don't know what to do, because like she was everything. She is everything. She got me through everything. The depression, the deaths of my father, my stepfather, literally everything. And without her, I wouldn't be the person I am today. So it was very difficult coming to terms that she's not going to be here. And I mean, the decline, man, so quick. And that's what gets me as well. Fuck's sake, I'm crying, man. The speed, it just wasn't good. It was so quick, man. And then November the 5th, she passed away. So Bonfire Day, always something to remember about. But Dad passed away on Valentine's Day, so it's always like a holiday, isn't it? But yeah, we had the funeral and that. But I still didn't and haven't come to terms with it, because I can't let go. There's certain people that you lose in your life that you just simply can't let go, man. And my mum's one of them. Best person I have met and ever will meet. And that's why it hurts so much. So much. So yeah. That's the main thing why it's been the worst year of my life. Because I didn't care anymore. I didn't care anymore. Because, like, it's hard to speak. I didn't care anymore. And that's why, like, with reviews and stuff, I stopped doing what I used to. I used to put so much effort into everything, man. And then I just stopped. Because one of the things was with reviews, right? I was putting hours and hours into each and every single review, but for little return. And I say little return, it's like I'm demeaning you guys, but I'm not meaning to. It's like I was putting hours in and seeing those that probably put like 20 minutes in like, do way better. And I know, like, with YouTube, there's always going to be different content creators, but the thing is, when you see that, it's like, well, why am I doing this? What's the point if I'm not going to get anything from it? So it's difficult seeing that. But it's not like out of a spite thing. It's more out of a creative thing, you know what I'm saying? So that makes you feel pretty worthless. What was happening in life made me feel very worthless. And then, yeah, it's just been one thing after another, man. With streaming as well, I did stream on Facebook until last October. So in October was when the stream deal ended. I went on a VOD deal. I really enjoyed the VOD deal. I think I got terminated on that with 7 days notice. And I was like, cool, I can move on from that. I mean, it is what it is. Streaming, I think when you stream like long hours to pretty much nobody, it does affect you and think like, well, I mustn't be good if nobody's watching. So that was kind of a moment of like self-doubt and stuff as well. So I was going through all the like the motions and stuff, right? So it was very difficult. And then with YouTube as well, also kind of punching home the fact to me that I wasn't good enough for this. It was very, very difficult because I'm going through a difficult time in life. And then I'm going through a difficult time work. So everywhere I looked, it was just me doubting myself, me hating myself, me thinking I'm worthless, me thinking literally the worst of myself. Like, what is the point? But the thing is, the thing that's getting me through and the thing that's still getting me going is I've got hope it'll get better. And that is why I always say to you guys, I'm sorry for rubbing my nose, it feels like I've got something there, but I don't. The reason I always say to you guys, right, never give up hope, is because if I didn't have that hope, I probably wouldn't be here. As selfish as that sounds, I probably wouldn't. Because it hurts so much. Each day is a challenge. But I've got hope it'll get better. It has to. Because when you get these lows, right, it feels that low that nothing can get worse, so it has to get better. And if you keep that logic, that hope that it will turn around, it can turn around. If you lose that hope that it's not going to turn around, it won't turn around. You know what I'm saying? So each and every single person that maybe reaches out to me or talks to me in my stream and says, look, how do I get through? I'm going through a difficult stage. Hope. You need to keep it, man. That is the key. You need to keep the hope. So, yeah, that's why it's been the worst year of my life. Pretty much. That does summarize a lot of things. And I feel like a dick. No, I don't. I don't feel like a dick crying in a video. The thing is, my mother was the world to me, is the world to me, and will be forever the world to me. And the emotions I feel from losing her is just a credit to her. You know what I'm saying? If I lost someone and I wasn't upset, I mustn't have loved the person as much as maybe I'd thought. But my mother, man, she's the best of the best of the best. And I'm happy I'm shedding tears for her, man. I'm not a dick for it. It's natural. And, yeah, it just goes to show how much she meant to me. She made me the person I am today, and I'm so proud of that, and hopefully I'll make her proud in the future. But, why the hell have I got an alarm for 11:50? I just want to get this off my chest today anyways, boys. Because I spent 12 months of... What is it? What's the thing of where... Alright, I'll do this, and then you don't do it. I'll do this, and then you don't do it. I spent 12 months of that. It's like where... Right, I'll do live videos. I'll do it for a week. Right, we'll go back to complex reviews. I'll do it for a week. Second channel, we'll do it for a week. Clips, hey, that started for like a week. I've went through this kind of hesitation. Streams, full-time, we're full-time now. It starts for a week. It's because I'm trying to... It's like an engine, right? You know an engine in the winter, a car engine? A lot of you guys will have cars. You start the engine, it goes... And then it stops. So it's like you're trying to start a car engine, which I'm trying to do. I'm trying to start going. Motivation. I'm trying my bloody best, man. Just go. And I'm like, right, let's do this. Let's get into this. And then it stalls. And it's like, oh, okay. Let's try it again. It goes, cold car, whatever. And then it stalls. And it's like everything I'm doing right now stalls. So, I can only promise you guys, and this is a promise as well, I'm not going to stall the car this time, that's, especially when 23 hits, the car's getting started, man. It's getting started, and I'm going to try my bloody best. This year's been a failure, content creation-wise. I think we've lost subs for the first year ever, you know what I'm saying? Views-wise, probably down millions. And it's just been a difficult one, man. It's just been a difficult one. But like I said, always got to keep the hope it's going to get better. Always got to keep the hope it's going to get better. And that's why I want to leave it on a happy note. I hope you guys have a great day today. This has helped, man. It's helped getting off my chest. It's helped getting off my chest and talking it out. Because, like, a lot of those things you would have heard from me right there, I don't always say it out loud. So even though I'm not literally directly talking to anyone in front of me right now, it's just that a camera with an earbud underneath it to keep it straight. Literally, one of these things. It's a bloody cotton bud. It's made of wood, not plastic. I saved turtles. But yeah, it would have helped me. It would have helped me. So even though I'm not directly talking to you guys, just saying the words out loud and doing that will definitely help. Obviously, there was no intro to this video. Probably no outro either. But backing music. She would put the dramatic, sad backing music on. But I just wanted to talk to them, man. Even if I don't upload this, at least I've said it. But if I do upload this, hope you guys have got some insights into why I've been... Inconsistent's the word! Always forget the word. Inconsistent. I've been very inconsistent this last year, but I hope it gives you an insight into why. And I've always wanted to update you on my mental health as well. Dude, if my mental health didn't get to a stage where I could cope with this last year, I'd be a mess. I'd probably be in the river out there. I'd be an absolute mess, mate. So I'm glad my mental health has improved to a stage and I've learned to cope with certain aspects of life. Because over time, we're always going to lose important people in our lives. It's just the way life is. But it's how you cope with those scenarios. It's how you get back. It's how you move on. It's how you live. So yeah, 23. The key is starting the car, man. But thank you very much for hopefully listening today. You don't have to like, don't have to comment. I just wanted to share with you guys. Obviously, subscriptions as well. Don't have to do that. I think, as we talked about the channel, we've lost like 1,000 over the last 2 months. I was on 268,800 at one point. I'm on 267,500 right now. But it is what it is. Like I did say, more consistency will definitely come, especially from 23 onwards. But I thought I'd just explain things. And yeah, those that have been on Twitter would have seen certain things. But I definitely need to get this off my chest today. I woke up and was like, I just want to talk to someone. And that someone was you guys. Thank you very much for listening. And hopefully, it's helped a couple of you guys. And hopefully, it's given you an insight into the worst year of my life.